Welcome back to On the Record. I'm sitting here at Breakaway CompTIA show, which is basically the IT industry show, and I'm with Brian Hierholzer, who is the president and founder of Artisan, which is a cloud provisioning company. Tell us a little bit, why the cloud? Like, why are you getting in there, and what's the value of it?
Well, Artisan infrastructure is a wholesale-only cloud compute solution that allows managed service providers, IT integrators, software firms to enable to deliver solutions via a cloud or a data center from a remote option. The reason why we got into it is we felt that there was a significant need for smaller firms to be able to compete with some of the larger hosting organizations that are starting to deliver some of the hosted solutions, hosted desktops, hosted servers, etc. And one of the key areas we thought was room for opportunity was these managed service providers really have no true partner to go as a trusted partner anyway, that's not going to compete with them in a retail space, that would focus solely on their business and enabling them to go compete directly with these larger hosting organizations.
So, I understand from a high end what all that means, and I think most of our audience does, at least from some end that, you've got the private clouds, and you've got the public clouds, and you can basically store things, and you can update things a lot easier, but you have a managed service provider that want to move into the cloud. What exactly does that mean? What is the value for them of doing that?
Well, for us, it means control, autonomy, security. What we want to do is try to enable them to really own their own solution within an infrastructure, not necessarily resell a solution or provide a solution where we're kind of determining their options. So what we want to do is maintain an agnostic or a solution agnostic standpoint. So provide an infrastructure with all the control and autonomy, but allow them to take their solutions and bolt them on to our infrastructure, use it as their own, but deliver their own solutions that they can control and manage. That way, in a scenario where a customer needs an immediate help or needs immediate service, they have the tools and the ability to go in and immediately respond to that, rather than working through an option that may not necessarily have that available.
And the nice thing about it is that they can do it remotely.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, so we allow them secure access into the infrastructure. Again, provide them full autonomy so they can run their business and develop their solutions on the infrastructure with all the tools that they need to be able to run that infrastructure, whether that be turning on servers immediately, whether that be 20 in an hour without any permission or asking for order forms, or choosing an option for high-end storage for an enterprise application through NetApp.
So, what type of VARs are you? So you're out there and you're looking for different types of agents, whatever you want to call them, in different marketplaces. And in our marketplace in particular, you're looking for VARs and MSPs. What is it that you want from them, other than like they're buying into it? Who are you looking for?
Well, what do we want from them? I guess we're always looking for continual feedback on how we might be able to deliver a platform that's going to enable them more autonomy, fulfill their needs. For example, from a private cloud scenario for an enterprise class solution, is the infrastructure that we're providing with the high-end clusters and a NetApp as a service option, the right solution for them? Or are they looking to go and compete against Amazon for an EC2 type of offering that's more of a temporary environment where their potential customers will go in and provision services on demand, but for temporary bursts. So our objective is to allow them the ability to use different types of compute platforms, whether it's a solution for enterprise grade solutions for long-term deployments, or in a grid architecture with low-end commodity servers where they can bolt their solutions on top of them and compete with Amazon.
So, to make it much more simpler, though, it's almost like back in the old days where if I have a whole lot of stuff that I want to put into a room or something, I have to rent space. And they're basically renting space from you with a whole lot of services on top of it. But in the old days, so the services might have been a lock on the door, and it might be air conditioning or heating or whatever.
And, our objective is really to take all of that extra overhead, the real estate acquisition, the site discovery, the power order, the rack space, the rack and stack deployment, the networking of the core compute, and really get our customers into the business that they're really in, which is providing solutions. At the end of the day, that's really what we want to do, is let us manage the core compute and all the behind the scenes of the core network architecture, and really get back to the basics and bolt your solutions onto the environment and go and run your business specifically for what you need to do, using the solutions you need to use, rather than having to employ individuals to go do something that you're really, at the end of the day, is a commodity utility infrastructure. Why do that when you can just focus on your core business?
Yeah, and so makes a lot of sense, a ton of sense. So you're out here, you're at Breakaway. How are you feeling about this? You talked to, I imagine, probably a couple hundred VARs in the last 2 days. Are they excited about it? Are they nervous about it? Are they wanting to move forward? Are they begging you to let them sign up right now?
We had a great 30-day promotion where we allowed any customer to come on and kick the tires and turn on 50 servers, use 50 megabits of bandwidth, put as much storage capacity on the system, and we saw a lot of demand from that. So we're excited to see, the interest. But at the same time, we're also talking to a lot of individuals that are running businesses, and they realize that there's a transition happening, and they're really feeling their way towards how do I migrate from an environment where everything is on site, and how am I going to position myself moving forward with, especially the economy as it is, and being able to get out of the site, the site-specific solutions, and moving my customers away from that and turning it into a recurring model.